Hi, you're listening to Two Dumb Babies, an animated current events podcast by two comedians who only read headlines. Episode 31.
How many states is Oklahoma?
How many countries is Oklahoma? It is called Indian country, isn't it?
Indian country sounds like the worst kind of music in the entire world.
You can't tell me it's too expensive. You can only tell me that it's a stupid idea.
No, I'm allowed to be here until the police come.
Ethics just hold me back. You know, like friends who stop me from driving after I drank too much.
Two dumb babies.
I love good NASA slander, man. That's fucking my favorite. With Willie Simon and Eric Freedman.
I would like all of you to know we're not in this together.
Dude, we're back.
We're back.
Two Dumb Babies is back. We missed you very much.
We missed most of you.
We missed 90% of you.
We missed you watching us.
Yeah, we missed doing this, at least. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching. Thanks a lot for sticking around for season 2. We got the new theme song, courtesy of Tristan Rosinski, a.k.a. Open Eyes, a.k.a. Bad Sign, a.k.a. Mr. Fist Ya Sister. Go check him out on all platforms under any of those names, except for Tristan or Mr. Fist Ya Sister.
Except for the first and last one you said.
Yeah, those aren't real.
We're in this nice new studio thanks to the help of our buddy Abe Chasm of Chasm Works.
Good. Shouts out. Is that what? I didn't even catch that. Chasm and Chasm. Is it his company?
Yeah, that's his like studio name.
I like that. Dude. It's better than Abe Works. Chasm Works is a lot cooler.
Abe Works is very biblical.
Yeah, Abe Works is what the Torah is all about. You think like the prophet Abraham? He's like, nah, call me Abe.
Yeah.
He's really chill prophet.
My dad's name was Abraham.
Please, my dad was Abraham the prophet. Call me Abe. I got some great hashish for sale. I'm cool as fuck.
Look at these cool open-toed shoes.
We all wear open-toed shoes, actually. It's the only shoes that have been invented thus far. But it's still pretty chill.
Yeah, we learned how to protect the bottom of our feet, but nothing for the top yet. One day.
Dude, can you imagine getting executed by a guy wearing sandals? You'd be like, this fucking blows. My life sucks.
He like stubs his toe on the way to hang you. Oh, God damn it, I got a rock on my big toe.
Yeah, he drops the axe on his big toe and it hurts him still. These fucking someone should invent a better kind of shoe for execution. This is fucking embarrassing.
I think the first like closed shoe was just someone took a second sandal and put it on top of their foot.
Yeah, they took his right shoe and put it on his left shoe, and he's like, guys, I think I
figured it out.
What if we have two sandals on top of each other? Holy shit.
Double sandals? No way.
And then thus the shoemaker name was born.
A real forward thinker.
That's why there's no sandal maker last names, because shoemakers killed them all off. In the early Bible days.
We don't need people remembering where we came from.
Yeah, exactly. Get rid of this tainted history.
Speaking of tainted history.
Actually, Halliburton.
Yeah.
We got our buddy Halliburton. He's our new show producer. Say what's up, Halliburton.
Hey guys, really glad to be part of.
Okay, that's enough.
Yeah, that's enough out of you.
We're ready to go.
Yeah, we're ready to hit it. It's been like a really good month for Native Americans. Like this is the first string of wins they've had since the 1700s.
Yeah, like back before they were Native Americans, and they were just like Americans.
Yeah, even before they were Indians. before we came in and just like, you're not Americans anymore. We're Americans.
we will acknowledge you were here before us.
But like barely.
But we're still going to take the like solid term of just American.
Yeah, that's the one. We're going to take Americans even from Canadians.
You people in the South Americans.
Yeah, Canadians can be North Americans at best, but we're American. You guys can be Native Americans, they can be North Americans, but we're Americans.
What if we called you guys New Americans? Don't you dare put something before Americans for us.
Yeah, what the hell? We were here first.
We were born Americans and we'll die Americans.
Yeah, the Native Americans are like the Lions. Like, it's just good to see them get a win, finally. Did you hear about Oklahoma?
Yeah, the government, like, ruled that most of it's Native American land now.
Yeah, but do you know how?
Wasn't there, like, some treaty in the 1800s or something?
No, dude, it is so much worse. It's actually, this is probably the biggest defeat for civil rights that we've had in fucking a long time. Like, this is...
The Native Americans getting their land back?
Yeah, so Oklahoma's ruled Native American land, and it's actually the worst thing that could possibly happen for Native Americans. I feel like this like child rapist from the 90s, and I wish there was a better word for them, but there isn't. There isn't anything softer you could call.
Yeah, anything softer is just not correct.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, child. Now you can't say he diddled anyone because it's way worse than diddling.
You probably also shouldn't be trying to make like a rapist sound better. You're like, no, what he did was like,
Yeah.
I don't want to make it sound bad what he did.
I want to make it sound easier on anyone listening to it. That's all I'm thinking of you guys. Right?
Yeah.
He came out and said that his trial was not legit because of this treaty from the 1800s. It's Native American land. And so the news was like, hey, Oklahoma's declared Native American land, but no one reported that, hey, this child rapist declared that his trial is bullshit now.
It's definitely the worst way to find out it's your land.
This has got to be the worst. Like, Native Americans are going to be like, hooray? Like, good, I think. People are going to be like, how did we get this land? Did we boycott something? Did we march?
Also, it was their land. It was just like...
Yeah, right? It was already... But it's like no one honored it until this child rapist came out, and he's like, hey, this is actually... I was tried by the wrong people.
Landmark win for Native Americans. Devastating loss for children's rights advocates everywhere.
This is a much bigger win for pedophiles than it is for Native Americans. Like, they didn't have Martin Luther King Jr., they had Martin Luther King Minor. This guy is
He's not the hero we wanted or deserved.
not the hero anyone wanted.
He's also not the hero we'll mention in newspapers. We really should leave him out of this.
Just say it's Native American land, and that's good. But don't talk about who brought it up. This dude has given Native Americans their first big victory since, like, Crazy Horse.
They had Crazy Horse and then this pedophile after like 200 years.
Yeah, after like 200 years of just horrible shit. But I mean, hey, you never know what your who your hero's gonna be.
Are people gonna have like posters of him up on their wall now?
Yeah, like a Che Guevara kind of thing? I'm gonna have an outline of this fucking monster. And white people in like social justice groups in college are gonna be wearing him on t-shirts in fucking 20 years.
Then it will really become Native American history. It's like, you haven't heard what happened back in the day, did you?
I think it's kind of convenient, though. Right as Epstein Island goes down, they legalize pedophilia in Oklahoma. That's pretty fucking crazy.
I don't think that's what's going on there. I don't think it's like Wayfair's headquarters are now Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah, they move them. They're like, okay, I know how to get around this. If you mix up all the letters in Gislane, it spells Oklahoma.
I don't even think it's like half the letters. That's She can move there, though, once she gets out, I think.
Yeah, once she kills herself, she could...
If she manages not to hang herself in prison, she can go move to Oklahoma.
The government's always reluctant to help Native Americans, but the second they hear a pedophile's in danger, they're like, we got to do something to help out. we gotta make all of this Native American land. We got to honor this treaty finally, because one of us is about to get hurt.
Like, but sir, he's an Indian.
Didn't you hear what he did? I don't care what color he is. He's one of us.
Yeah. The only thing about his skin that I care about is the skin that rubs up against the skin of a child.
It's like an old war movie. Like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care where it comes from. He's a pedophile like me. Yeah. I'm an important senator. The guy never even argued that he didn't do it. He's just like, the wrong people convicted me. I definitely didn't. But
you people don't get to kill me. The people of the Creek Nation deserve the right to kill me.
The Creek Nation's like, stop fighting for us. You're making it worse, please.
This land is the property of the Creek Nation.
Yeah, no, the Creeks are like, yeah, it is the property of the Creek Nation.
And I should be allowed to diddle any kid.
All right. What? No, you're ruining it. You're completely less I, more we.
Oh, sorry. We, as Creek Nation, should be allowed to diddle.
No, that's once again, he's not getting what I mean.
He's like, was that not it? Was that not what we were? I'm on your guys' side. I'm saying it's Indian land, and we should be able to do whatever we want.
Especially, see, you're going into it again.
They're like, we just want them to uphold these, laws and treaties from the 1800s.
Yeah, we want to hold the government to what they promised us. And also, let me No, come on, stop it. Because he is half right. That's the worst part. He's like, they should.
Which half? A lot of people who don't know anymore.
Yes, different people. They'll say different halves.
And that's why we're very divided as a country right now.
Yeah, that's why everything sucks. He did win them the land back.
This is the first time we're celebrating a law written in the 1800s in a while, too.
Yeah. We don't usually celebrate laws that were written when women couldn't vote.
That was back when we had bounty hunters.
Yeah. So where is the Indian country start? The Injun country. Halliburton, where does it start?
It looks like it starts in Tulsa and goes east.
So like Tulsa is part of.
That's like most of Oklahoma, I think. is Tulsa.
Yeah, there's Tulsa, Oklahoma City, and then not Texas. That's
Yeah.
all of it. All right, Halbert, pull up what part of the map is. Well, this is territories from 1890. Is this the actual map?
I don't know.
You don't know? All right. Well, neither do we, so it's fine.
I don't even know if this is Oklahoma.
Yeah, this could be Kansas.
It says Kansas up top.
This is completely Native American country.
Except maybe the public land strip.
Even Oklahoma's like, we don't want this much Oklahoma. This is too much Oklahoma completely. Look at this place. Going Snake? What does that mean?
It's when you lay on the ground and you don't use your arms or legs properly and you just kind of sliver.
No, that's the worm.
No. But this, like, instead of, like, getting up and down, you're, like, left and right.
Okay, it's the sideways worm, or going snake, as they call it.
It was the native worm.
Look it. There's a place called Flint somewhere in Oklahoma. Which Flint do you think is better, the Michigan or the Oklahoma one?
Well, I mean, I would trust Indian water over Flint water for sure.
Dude, that means there's been 2 tragedies at somewhere called Flint.
I'm sure there's been way more than 2. They're even called the Sooner State because people started claiming land before it was made available to settlers. And now it makes sense.
They just show up and steal land from... That's what a Sooner is? is a land thief?
Yeah. They're like pirates of land.
Was it like a good thing?
I think it was a good thing for the white people who stole the land, probably, because they got land.
They're like the land thief state, and they just stuck with the name so long that everyone just knows it's like a football thing.
Yeah, people are in Oklahoma, and they just have no idea where they are. They're like, this is now Native American land? It's like, no, it's always been Native American land.
Yeah, that's how it always was since like the beginning of fucking, probably not time, but a long time.
It's like moving to Mexico and be like, man, there's a bunch of Mexicans here. This is...
What the hell?
Am I going to lose my home because of this? Like, no, you just moved to their neighborhood. If you bought the property or house, it's still yours.
Yeah, exactly. You're just in Mexican land. What does Oklahoma mean?
Oklahoma literally translates to red people.
Yeah, I don't think they came up with that definition. Like that was a settler's definition of the word.
Oklahoma means probably like people of the land or something.
Yeah, and they're like, yeah, red people, whatever. Yeah, I get it. Oklahoma means red people.
What if the Washington Redskins just changed their name to that?
Yeah. The Washington Red People seems like a lateral move.
Yeah, but it seems worse when you talk about people's skin, right?
Rename it to like the Washington Oklahomas. Make it really confusing. The Washington Oklahomas. Where am I? What state are we playing in? I don't know.
If we're changing NFL teams, let's just change like most of them. You know, I'm sure they're all offensive to someone.
Yeah, let's PC them up. Like what about like the Los Angeles charged the police with its crime?
Los Angeles, charge Breonna Taylor's murderers already.
Got to rename the Buffalo Bills because that guy, Buffalo Bill, killed a lot of Indians.
Yeah, I don't think he was a good guy.
I think that's almost more offensive than Redskins, than like naming a team after a guy who actually murdered Native Americans.
Yeah, it's probably like the Tennessee Robert E. Lees.
Yeah, or the fucking Oklahoma City Hitlers. And it's like, well, you know, it's not a slur, but he did some bad stuff.
He wins most of the season, but they always lose in the playoffs.
Yeah. In the playoffs, they realized they never even had a chance.
In the playoffs, they like run out of their meth supply and
Yeah, and start putting 16-year-olds on the field. You know, Nazi stuff. I feel like that name change, like it's mostly, I'm sure it offended some people, but it's like, it's mostly to alleviate white guilt. That's why we changed the Redskins name.
yeah, we're like, this name's offensive to them. And they're like, no, it's like really way more offensive when you guys like murdered all of us and stole our land and then wrote about it out of context in your history books. That's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
really what hurt.
They're like, change the name. It's making me feel bad that we called them that.
Yeah. Like, we need a new cartoon for the Indians. Like, what?
Like, why don't we fix the textbooks? Well, I don't read textbooks. I watch football.
Yeah, all I know are cartoons. White people are worried about this just because they're like, oh no, someone else might be in charge of us.
Yeah, people are like fucking worried.
This is going to make for a horrible children's book one day.
Yeah, an even worse history book.
Even worse than now.
I don't know, actually. Maybe not. The heroes are the bad guys in this one, but I think that's how it is in current history, too.
They gave him 1,000 years in prison.
1,000 years? I thought after like 100, they just give you like a life sentence.
The judge is like, I don't know if Indians are immortal or not, so give him 1,000 years just to be safe.
Yeah, like we're worried he might get like another life. Maybe he like turns into a wolf or something.
Yeah, he turns. Spirit wolves live a long time. I know that. The judge is like, Indians already are immortal, and now he bathed in the blood of children. This guy might live to be like 20,000. I don't know.
It could be his ancestors or the Clintons that are the source of his immortality.
I love that the Clintons bathing in children's blood is like a mainstream theory now.
Yeah, Bill Clinton in the 90s was like, everyone thinks I'm a cheating sex hound. At least it can't get any worse.
And it gets to 2020, he's like, oh God, I'm bathing in the blood of children. This got a lot worse. Remember, I can play the saxophone. How come no one talks about that anymore? Only that I bathe in the blood of kids?
What if bathing in the blood of kids is just like done more humanely than we think? And then like, does that make it okay?
I don't know how you remove blood humanely.
You like prick a kid's finger and he just like squirts a little drop in the water, like a flavored water packet.
That's still like harming. You got to make the kid hurt themselves. You gotta like build a big hill that kids fall off their bikes on all the time, and then have it like be the ground is all drains, right? So like then when the kids bleed into the drains, it can go into the pipes, and then Hillary can shower in it or whatever the fuck she does.
That sounds like the picture of every like 7th level of hell machine that I've ever seen in a movie. What if you just made like a playground out of like metal and wood? And
Yeah, you get that AstroTurf, make sure it funnels into the Clinton shower head, and then they can fucking good morning to you.
just got a bloody handprint all over her face.
She's got blood all over her body. She's showering in blood.
That's true. Yeah.
She's got like shampoo and blood, and like I don't know why I'm doing this. It's still sticky.
You got to get that blood out of your hair somehow.
All their pipes are just filled with blood. That's all they have. They don't have running water. They just have blood in the pipes.
We tried to do the whole water and blood pipe thing, but it just kept getting clogged.
Kept getting clotted.
Where do they send that guy? Because that guy's still like he's out now or something. How does it affect his sentence?
Does it affect like other people's sentences too?
Everyone in prison in Oklahoma is like now identifies as Native American.
Yeah, I'm Native American now. I'm Creek. I'm Creek Nation. Let me out.
Like people used to use it just to like try and get into colleges for free. Now they're like, I need to get out of these manslaughter charges.
It's like felons being like, no, I could be 164 Cherokee on my mom's side. Maybe. I think we should just let him have Oklahoma. Let him have the whole state. Who cares?
Yeah, Indians used to call it the Great Plains. We just call it flyover country.
Yeah, this actually means something to them. They had a beautiful name for it. We're like, yeah, no, I'm on my way to Boston, dog. Fuck this fucking place.
We're like, it sucks slightly more than Kansas.
Yeah, it's not even Montana. If you're going to be a shitty state, at least have some natural beauty, all right?
Yeah, give me some rivers and mountains, not just juggalos and bison skeletons.
It's not even like Hawaii, dude. Like I get why you're like holding on to Hawaii and shitting on the natives there. It's a beautiful place.
Yeah, we all collectively want Hawaii.
The whole world wants Hawaii. Right? Hawaii's awesome. Like, I remember calling people like Oklahomos when I was a kid, and that's the only thing Oklahoma has ever meant to me in my life.
They were just like a shitty schoolyard insult to you.
Yeah, like an insult I can't even say anymore because it's like too offensive, so it's not even useful. It's like a verbal titty twister.
Or like an Indian burn.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, the governor of Oklahoma just got COVID.
If he had smallpox, I'd be suspicious.
Really? Pull it up.
COVID-19 is still in the United States. We know that. It's still in Oklahoma.
Like in my lungs, specifically.
Yeah, like centralized in my body.
He's someone who would never realize racism exists because it hasn't happened to his body. He's like, I don't even believe in knife wounds. I've never been stabbed.
No, I don't believe in dads because my dad left. I don't think dads are real.
Got tested yesterday for COVID-19, and the results came back positive. Commissioner Fry and I have worked with contact tracers based on when my symptoms developed.
It was right before I hand-painted the walls of the new children's hospital.
Kissed a lot of diabetic babies that day. A lot of old people, too.
On the mouth. They'll know who they got it from.
How come people still think COVID is a government ploy if most of the people who get it are in the government?
Texas did very little during the first wave, and now they have morgue trucks.
Morgue trucks?
Yeah, it's exactly what it sounds like.
They didn't try and rename it to anything cool. Like,
you imagine being the company that sells morgue trucks? Like everyone said, this was a bad idea, but this has been my year.
It's been a bad day for the country, but pretty good year for morgue trucks. Everyone doubted me, and now who's laughing now? laughed. Not me, actually.
Yeah.
It's still very sad. Nobody's laughing. Everything's awful.
I think they just wanted to make sure that people knew that they weren't ambulances. They're like, no one is possibly alive in here.
Yeah, there's no sirens.
You also, like, anyone can drive them. It's like, do you need a job and you don't throw up at the sight of a dead body? Welcome to morgue trucks.
Do you not mind being around infected corpses all day? Morgue trucks. Might be the job for you.
Do they just sell the morgue trucks, you think, or they give drivers? Like, they're the ones picking up all the bodies.
It's like reverse Amazon delivery because you're picking up stuff. They have like the T-shirt, like morgue trucks, and like bright light, like letters. Like they have fun uniforms.
They're dressed in all black instead of brown like a UPS worker. Still the short shorts, though.
Still have they have the short shorts. I'm here to pick up your dad.
He's still got like the clipboard thing for you to sign.
You got some big hiccups.
I know.
You know what always helps the hiccups? More beer.
Yeah, it's not doing it. I know.
Are you okay?
I'm okay. I'm trying to get past them so I can speak again.
These hiccups are huge too. They're like, they're like fucking. They jar you.
Yeah, I need to be burped, I think.
Halliburton, come burp this baby.
Come burp me, Halliburton.
Well, we still don't have endings. We changed a lot. There's still no endings to these. I'm glad Oklahoma finally means something to somebody again because it did not mean a single thing. I hope they keep that pedophile in jail. I hope the guy who saved Oklahoma never gets out of prison.
Maybe we don't award him with the title of saving Oklahoma for the natives.
I know we already did Martin Luther King Minor, but he's like Malcolm X, but like the Roman numeral X. 10.
For 10.
For 10. He likes kids.
He's Malcolm IV for 4.
But yeah, this is why you never meet your heroes. This is the main reason why. It's because sometimes they're monsters in ways that we don't even comprehend. Well, what's nice is that oil companies are kind of... it's going to be... Like, oil companies fighting Native Americans for oil rights does feel like we've gone back to the fucking 1800s again. So.
Yeah. I'm happy to see any oil company... unhappy.
It seems like every time something bad is happening to Native Americans, it's an oil company's fault. So I'm really glad.
Yeah.
They finally got to fucking stick one to them. Welcome back to Two Dumb Babies. Thank you guys so much for watching.
We're back.
We're back.
Thank you to all our Patreon subscribers. Without you, we wouldn't have gotten this new studio or the new theme song.
Or these new endings. All right. Well, anyway, on that note.
We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Two Dumb Babies.
I love good NASA slander, man. That's fucking my favorite. With Willie Simon and Eric Freedman.
I would like all of you to know we're not in this together. Thank you guys for listening. You can follow the show at Two Dumb Babies on all social media. Please be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel where we drop the animated episodes, behind the scenes, and additional content. We'll see you all on another episode of Two Dumb Babies. Bye-bye, dummies.